Man, today I came to talk to y'all about the man, in Virginia there was a cop and he had pulled over an army lieutenant, and while they pulled him over for, I guess, a routine traffic stop, they yelling commands at him. If you watch the video, it's very, very important to watch the video. Because in the height of everything going on, here we got another situation where a cop is, at a point where they almost harassing this man. So they pull him over. They're screaming commands at him. If you hear his video, because he does record video, he records footage from inside of his car showing the traffic stop. Also, you're gonna see that he at one point he says he's not even comfortable getting out of the car because they're shouting commands at him while they want him to get out the car. And if any of y'all have seen any videos, it's them very, very, very slight of hand moments, very, very quick moments, heat of the what's it called? In the heat of the moment type moments, where somebody will, be trying to get their wallet or something like that, and they'll get shot by an officer, or popped by an officer, and that would be the scenario. They don't have enough time to, bring the bullet back or something like that. They don't have enough time to second guess their own actions. So when you look at it from the perspective of the army lieutenant who was getting pulled over, you see where he's coming from, like, the whole way. They tell him just to get out the car, but they don't ever speak on why he needs to get out the car. They always have to explain why you're being detained. For them to not do that and then expect you to get out the car and do all this other stuff doesn't even make any sense. Because him being an army lieutenant, yeah, he probably had some weapons in the car. When they sprayed him, his dog was also in the car. His service animal was also in the vehicle with him. So when he's suing them, it comes to show you what rights he's standing on. He's standing on, of course, like they violated his rights. They also sprayed his service dog in the amongst the situation. And the bad part about these types of situations is the officer can be wrong, but in a lot of cases, if they haven't crossed a threshold of either severe injury or fatal injury, then they're probably not going to get penalized for it. Because they're going to say that it was their training to use that. And a lot of the times, other than this George Floyd, the Derek Chauvin case, the department, this sergeant, anybody who works higher in the rankings, they gonna back their employee. They're gonna back them because they probably have taught them some of the stuff that they have, that has gone on. So in this situation, he could sue, but I don't necessarily see so much coming out of it, And it's so janky. Because it's starting to wake Americans up. It's so far of working for the military, fighting for our country. Especially should be ingrained in the eyes of a public servant, and somebody who works pretty much, on a different branch, a different side of them, a different department than them, has a lot of meaning to their job. So for him to disregard that, and for him to say, I'm a veteran, but then treat this officer like what he's saying is null and void, or he should just get on the ground without any explanation, or get out the car without any explanation, that's too far. And y'all see, I have not brought up race at all. I haven't not brought up race. I haven't said what color any, I haven't even said all that. I've just explained an unjust situation, whether the color is this color or that color is unjust. So people who want to try to say, well, it's polarizing, yeah, come on now. There that is, man. There that is. So, man, y'all pay attention, man. Y'all be paying attention to the things going on. There's a lot of things going on. If you haven't seen that video, make sure and check out that video. Tell me what the Army lieutenant did wrong. Tell me what he did wrong. If you have something that he did wrong, comment that in the comment box. If you comment, he should have just got out the car. I don't even know. Like, next video. Don't even. Yeah, don't need just next video, because how he's already wearing a military uniform, which they probably gonna suspect he has a weapon on him, and then he reaches down or reaches sideways to grab it. Come on now, we know what's gonna happen. Well, I mean, that's that on that, man. I mean, y'all make sure and just be watching stuff, man. Pay attention to the news, pay attention to the laws. You know, that type of stuff won't ever fail you. But yeah, man, I just came and talked about that because that was something that was like very important to me, something that I see that happened, and I feel like I should say something about it, especially without like the fact that things are being able to be recorded nowadays, so you can't just take one side of it. You can see the other side and get both sides. Well, yeah, y'all take care, man. All right, like this video, man, and subscribe to my channel, man. This TP in the place to be. Alrighty.